Hey guys, what's going on? Okay, so I know I'm a day late, so let's get this over with and get caught up. I decided to take my daughter to London yesterday for some photography with a buddy of mine because I'm getting old and irrelevant, and like most parents out there, I just want to spend a couple extra minutes with my kid. So we're driving down the number 2. Works like this. One car goes this way, one car goes this way. But evidently not to this jackass that decided not only to cross over the line, but he turned directly into us. I lost my mind for a second and I slammed on the brakes. I cranked to the right. Somehow, some way, we avoided the guy and continued on our way. But like, it wasn't just that this I don't know what he was doing. If he was like on his cell phone or if he was falling asleep, I don't know what was, but that's not what really blew my mind, because people do that all the time. But what blew my mind was my daughter. My 13-year-old daughter was calm. Not only was she calm, but she was laughing. She thought it was funny. She's like, "Oh, we almost died." And I'm like, "Yeah, that was hilarious." My heart's like pounding. And I couldn't help but think, like, when does that change? When do you go from like underthinking and thinking you're gonna live forever to like overthinking and being neurotic about things? Like, I can remember being 16 years old, going to the Western Fair, and they had this archway with like rubber bands coming down, and they hooked you up into a construction harness, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll stand in line, give you $60, send me up, no problem." Wasn't even nervous at all. Meanwhile, like, people have actually died. It's now illegal to do that because people have died from it. But at 40 years old, I'm like, let's go to Disney, and I gotta get in a plane and go up in the air, and I'm like shaking nervous. I gotta get drunk just to get on the plane, even though like hundreds of people are way smarter than anybody I will ever know designed, built, and fly this thing. But I'm nervous about that. Some crackhead that travels across the country, setting this thing up multiple times and probably not doing proper safety inspection checks along the way, and I'm like, yeah, no problem, send me up. I don't know, like, even thinking about it now, I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm the opposite of what I should be. At 16, I should have been scared the crap out of that, and at 40, I should be fine with that, but no, I'm the opposite. I don't know, maybe I'm just neurotic. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I think I'm right, but if you think I'm wrong, we disagree.